In this review, I'll be taking a look at the Amazon exclusive Separation Anxiety 3-pack, featuring Venom, Riot, and Agony. I have to say the artwork on the box is really nice, and it's depicting the characters really well. That's the way they're depicted in toy form inside the box. Even though, like, Riot is with a big blade weapon, even though it's not technically correct, but it is accurate to the figure. And on the side of the box, they took the same artwork and broke it up in headshots. We got Venom, Agony, and Riot. On the back of the box, we have the same pictures on the back again, with brief bios of each character in multiple languages. There's for Eddie, Agony, and Riot. And if you notice in the bio for Riot, it talks about he prefers hammers and other bludgeoning weapons. And I'll make a point of that here in a moment in the review. So on the other side of the box, same pictures. And on the top, you got the Venom logo. And on the bottom, you got your legalese warnings. Here's your barcode. It's Amazon exclusive, not like that will do you any good. Anyway, let's open it up and take a look at the figures. Here we have Riot, Agony, and Venom outside the packaging. This is how they come, with Riot's back piece off. It comes with an extra alternate piece. Agony does not come with her head attached, 2 alternate fist hands. Venom comes with the morphing head, like the half Eddie Brock and half Venom head on the figure, 2 fist hands, and the fully transformed head with the long tongue sticking out. Let's take a look at Riot first. Let's move these out of the way. So there's a little bit of assembly with all these Monster Venom figures. We got to pop the back piece in place. With the pop the back piece on, presses on pretty easily. And we have Riot fully assembled, minus the blade hand, which does not make sense with the character. Well, we've seen this mold a few times before. Monster Venom, the big Eddie Brock Venom, Toxin, if I'm forgetting anything else. But so this is not a new mold. This is more the standard style Venom release. I have the Eddie Brock Venom here. Same tendrils coming off. Same both figures. With the Toxin, they actually made all new tendrils and stuff. Made a few different changes. He's in a deep blue, like a purplish blue. This color has been depicted more recently in the comic books for Riot though I remember seeing him in my mind's eye of like a gunmetal gray instead of a blue gunmetal. The shading is nice, and allows the figure stand out from his mold mates a little bit with the shading through here. As for if I was a fan of the Riot character, I would have preferred his gray look, and maybe even been released on the Caliban body. I'm not familiar with Riot in the blue. For accessories, he comes with one alternate blade hand, which doesn't really make sense, because on the bio of the box, he talks about he uses bludgeoning weapons, hammers, and mallets type things. So why has he got a blade? It's kind of weird. For the head sculpt on Riot, it is nicely sculpted, but I don't know, something about the expression kind of looks scared to me. I don't know. It's kind of odd looking to it, something to it. The details are nice, but I don't know. To me, it almost looks like he's too wide-eyed or something other, which caused the mold to look a little like frightened or shocked. I'm not sure. It's painted up really nicely. You got those two different tones on here. We got that bluish purple. We got the even darker. It's almost like even more to the purplish tone, grayish blue on the side. The teeth picked out in the off-white. Tongue painted up red. And the eyes in a pearl white. Articulation's not too bad for being a big, bulky figure. We got the head on a ball joint on a disc hinge, so you can look up. He can look down. He can look side to side a little bit, this much. And mainly get like a weird rotation with where it's angled forward. He's got disc hinge shoulders, can kick out this much. If you go too far, it starts separating the back cover. And he's got full 360 there. Bicep rotation, full 360. Single joint elbows. Get you a little bit past 90, which is really good for such a big, bulky arm. He's got the hinge and swivel wrist. In and out. He's got an ab crunch. You can crunch back. Basically, when he crunches back, he's standing straight up. That's as far as it goes. And crunch forward. It goes down real far. It's got a waist twist. Full 360. ball jointed hips. Can kick out better than some Spider-Man figures. It kicks out really well. Kicks forward this much. And kicks back just the tiniest amount. Thigh rotation, full 360. Double jointed knees. And kicks up this far. Moving the arm out of the way. Mid lower back. He's got a boot rotation, which is kind of weird where it's at. And he's got ankle hinges. Goes down this far, kicks down this much. Kicks forward just ever so slightly. And he's got ankle pivots. Let's try out his blade hand. All screen power. Let's see if we get this popped in. It's a little finicky with these tendrils coming down. You gotta make sure those are lined up. There we go. We got the blade at hand popped in. So it would have been nice if he had like a mallet or something, which would have made more sense to the bio and description of the character. But that looks really cool. Now, personally, I was actually hoping this was going to be a standalone release, like a deluxe release that we got with Toxin and Monster Venom and stuff. I would have liked to grab another one, especially being in blue. And if this had come out earlier, it would have made my work so much easier on my custom sludge. As you've been to the channel before, you know I'm a huge Ultraverse fan. And I used a Toxin and made a custom sludge. So having a figure already in blue would have saved a lot of the prep work. So much time. So I had to grind everything down, make sure I have clearance to everything. He's already blue. This would have saved a ton of work. But if you're looking into actually making a sludge for yourself, I have a buddy of mine. He just sculpted a beautiful, like, well, if you consider sludge beautiful, but a great looking sludge head that'll fit this body. He's going to be shipping me another one out for I can have an alternate head for my sludge. I'll be posting that once I get that painted up and put it on my sludge. I'll be posting it up on my Instagram. Be a watch on the Instagram, and I can actually put his contact info there. I'll be showcasing that head too on the channel. And definitely will probably end up painting it with during one of the customizing live streams. But back to the review. Next up, let's look at Agony. Okay, full disclosure with Agony. She's got an issue with her head. Her ball socket on the head is too small. And it is too tight. You can get the head on the ball joint, but it's so tight, you're end up going to probably tear this neck joint. So I took my Dremel, a bell-tipped Dremel bit, and enlarged the diameter of the socket. So now the head just pops on really easy and turns nice and freely now. That's one thing I had to do. It's not just my copy. I've seen a lot of people having issues with that. So be cautious with that if you're getting this set and haven't put the head on yet. Speaking of that, let's look at the Agony. Great looking sculpt. Beautiful paint work. Nice clean paint details. Got the scallop flames looking details throughout the figure. Between the pink and the purple. Got the nice sculpted flowing hair. It is on the new Shriek body. You can notice it's got the sharp points on the hips. A friend of mine pointed out too, I thought Spinnerette was on the Shriek body. She's got a new torso and lower legs. These are thicker, more muscular legs. Different shape too on the hips than the Shrieks. She's got clawed toes. With this being on the Shriek body, the articulation is really good. You got the ball joint and the disc hinge. She can look down. She can look up. It's going to be hindered by the hair. So you can go so far, which I think I still need to deepen that head socket a little bit. It's getting a little bit of, still got some lollipop to it. Disc hinge shoulders. Kick up this far. You got full 360, bicep rotation, double jointed elbows. Goes all the way up. Scratch her head. Hinge and swivel wrist. Same on the fist. These are clawed hands. The fists are just standard release hands. There's no claw sculpted onto the thumb, so those are reuse. We have a diaphragm joint. Crunches back this much, forward this much. There's no waist twist on these female figures. It'd be nice if they can work in like the G.I. Joe joint, or we can have like a extra crunch and movement on the figures, get a little more natural movement. But anyway, we have the ball jointed hips. Kick out this far. Kick forward this much. Thigh rotation. Double jointed knees. Get you up this far. Hinged ankles. Go down this much. And forward this much. And ankle pivots. Last but not least is Venom. This has got to be what most people are buying this box set for. This is like one of my ideal versions of Venom for figure-wise that Marvel Legends can make. He's on a perfect size buck. He's not too small, not too big. The Hyperion mold Venoms to me were always too small. And the Monster Venom was just a small window. Like when you look like that, it's just on a traditional Venom. This really suits the bill. The Omega Red body is perfect for this kind of character. They're big, but they're not Hulk size. With the Monster Venom build, it's too hulking for me for a traditional Venom. That's fine for a Matt Gargan Monster Venom, but Eddie Brock, I want like this. He comes packaged with the transforming head with Eddie Brock's face on one side, Venom on the other. He got 2 fist hands and the fully transformed head. The transforming head is beautifully done. It's probably one of the best versions of Brock looking head, which I wish we could have got like a full-on Brock head with this style. Sculpted like this. That looks great. The hair sculpt, the tendrils coming off. All this is beautifully done. The eyes are in a pearl white. The white on the spider is really thick. It's almost like 3D paint. You can feel the separation with your fingernail. But do notice the paint feels kind of tacky. I'm not the only one that noticed that too. Another friend that's got this set, he said the same thing. The white feels tacky on his as well. I don't know where it's so thick or what, but yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. You can hear my thumb sticking to it. That's a little disappointing on that part. So I'm worried that dirt's or something that's going to get stuck to that. And being white, that's going to be an issue. This mold actually has holes in the traps, so they actually did a clever thing with using tendrils to plug those holes up, which those actually look good for this look of Venom. We got new forearms, which we first saw with the retro carded one with the animated look color scheme. He's got the boot feet that's come with Omega Red and was it the Warpath? So these look really good. Let's pop off this head here. Let's pop on the other Venom head. That is a good looking Venom head sculpt. I like that a lot. And it also has the pearl white. Nice work on the textures on the paint on the tongue. It's like a semi-gloss, so it's got that little bit of a wet look to the tongue. For articulation on the figure, the head is on a ball joint and disc hinge, so you can look up really far. Down this much, full 360, tongue hitting the tendrils. You get a little bit of rock from side to side. He's got butterfly joints, which work really well. Go forward this much, and go back this much. Those are some really good working butterfly joints. You get some nice dynamic posing with those. Disc hinge shoulders, go up this far. Full 360, bicep rotation, double joint elbows. Let's see how well it does on these bulky arms. Not bad. It goes up this much. Hinge and swivel wrist, full 360. He's got an ab crunch. You can crunch back this much. Crunch forward this much. More forward than back. Full 360. Ball jointed hips. Go out this much. Kick forward. And go back a little bit. Full 360 at the thigh swivel. Double joint knees, and get you up to here. I like that they use the smooth lower leg instead of like putting a boot cut in a smooth leg. I hate that on the figures. If it doesn't have a boot and it's a bare leg, no boot swivel. If it's got a boot, boot swivel. Hinged ankles go down this much, kick forward this much, and ankle forward facing pin for ankle rockers. Since we have Venom here, let's do some comparisons with Venom with a few other Venoms. Here we have them next to the monster size Venom and the Null 2-pack Venom. The monster Venom is actually using the alternate head for this one. I like that head on this body. We have the Hyperion mold Venom. We have the anti-Venom with the longer forearms. And here we have them next to PS4 Spider-Man, Spinneret, Bucky Cap, and Black Widow, Cobra Commander, and a Cobra Bat. Overall, I like this set. Could have been better. Absolutely could have been better. Like, big standout is Riot not having bludgeoning weapons and having a blade, which is very weird. The bio on the box even says uses bludgeoning weapons, not blades. And it's not really his preferred look for me. But I do like having them in blue if I ever decide to want to make another sludge figure. Like I said, I was hoping that was actually going to be when they revealed the figure. Please let that be a standalone figure, but it's in the box set. And if you're getting this box set and don't know what to do with this, he makes a great base for a custom sludge. With my buddy making those heads, and that'd be an easy custom if you want to do that. With Agony, another one that gets a great body choice to use the new, more articulate female figure. The only thing with her, the hair makes her a little bit back heavy, so she can be a little unbalanced when she stands. Venom, this is perfect Venom for me. I've been wanting a Venom on the Omega Red body forever. Well, we did get once before with the retro carded, but had like the red and blue highlights on it for the animated look. And a lot of people customized that and took those off. I kind of had a feeling they were going to do another release of that in regular colors. Then again, I was hoping it'd be a standalone, but I'm still happy to finish out the team, get a great Venom figure, and yeah, I recommend the set. It's a good set, and thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all next time.